What's up, everybody? It's Tuesday, April 5th. Are, are, are we doing it? What's up, everybody? Yeah. It's Tuesday. We got most of the players here. Everybody's showing up. We're ready to play some Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition. We're continuing on with Waterdeep Under Siege. We're in session 3. And, I was on a trip, and it's the last game I DM'd was this one, so yeah. I'm fresh. 4 days of gaming didn't confuse me. Tomei the Merchant. Tomei the Merchant. He was a big hit. He was fun, really fun. He wasn't a very good rogue, but he was fun to play. Bad rolls made it even fun, more fun when you screw up. It's even more fun sometimes. So last week you guys had been in Dr. Troy's. You guys heard some noises in the street behind in the back alley, and you went out and investigated, and it was some big bugs, some big creatures, some Kruthiks. I got an image. Some of these things. Two baby ones were crawling around out on the street. You guys look down the hole, and you can see that the tunnel went way down, but you could tell that there was a landing or old sewers or something that you guys climbed down into, and there's a hole in the floor, and you guys are currently looking down in the hole, I think, and looking and dropping boulders and smashing bugs and stirring up the hive, I think is where we left off, as you guys hear the. And so let's just talk about it for a second and get on the same wavelength. What are your guys' thoughts? What's Orog's thoughts right now?
Well, we had, taking a step back, metagaming a little bit, we had talked about trying to draw the big one up into this long tunnel and then dropping alchemist fire and crap on it. But Orig is still concerned, doesn't know where the doctor is, and is concerned that we're going to get in trouble. We shouldn't be out here. Is sort of trying to get used to the fact that he's not where he's spent the last 15 years. So just
17.
17 years.
Yeah.
He's still sort of, anytime he dozes off or looks around, he still can't believe where he is or what he's doing. So he's just trying to get used to it. He's heavily relying, even though he would never say it. He's very much glad that his family is there. Without them, he would not be out here by himself.
So what about Dalgran Fist? Probably the physically the most mature one here, but just because a dwarf
Dog?
ages a little differently, especially in this case. You're 15 and you're an adult as a dwarf. What?
Right. Dahlgren is wondering why we're down here, and he thinks it's Morcal was hungry. He wanted to eat some of these bugs. But he's kind of along the lines with Orig. He'd rather be back at the house right about now.
Marley, what's he thinking?
That's what Marley's thinking. He's like, "Oh, wow, man! I've read about all this in the books, and now I'm out here in it, and yeah, let's go, let's go, let's go." But inside, he's not gonna let it show, but he's a little nervous about what's going on, and the professor's missing, and Oregon is constant nagging about, "Oh, don't do that, don't do that," and Marley just his character is going to be like, well, why not? Why? Yeah, but secretly, he's a little bit worried about what's going on.
Kind of get that fake smile once in a while.
Yeah.
What about our illustrious gecko, Morshell?
Morkel. There you go. Yeah, not as bad as nystagmus, I think, to pronounce, but still, got to throw something in there.
I don't think I ever got nystagmus, did I?
Look, you just got it. You got it.
Yeah, there you go.
First time.
So, yeah, Morkel absolutely is hungry, and we'll tell everybody that. Like, that's his main motivation for coming down here. He, sees a way that at least he can eat without having to, go down to the shop every day, and pay for food. But apart from that, he's curious about what happened to Dr. Troy still, and there's a chance that these things maybe got him while he was out, and it's worth exploring.
Sucked him down. Oh, what about S with 4
S?
S's?
S is completely focused right now. He has been training his whole 15 years to fight things, and all he's ever been able to beat up is his brothers. And he is laser focused on killing these things, and proving that all of his 15 years of training weren't completely wasted. Um, in the back of his mind, he is concerned about Dr. Troy, but that's shoved way in the back of his reptile brain right now, and he is entirely focused on killing.
And he's got an evil snake grin on his mouth. He's like,
Ready to start spitting down this poison down this hole.
So it's what, 3 days since you're I haven't since we started the campaign, and we're on session 3. That's working out well, right?
Session of
We're
the
gonna
day.
need 365 sessions to level up. No, I'm kidding. So there's like looking down in this down 70 feet, right? 40 feet down, there's a cavern, right? It opens up, and you guys have a rock with a light on it, but it's kind of was getting covered up a little and dimly because some of these little guys were running around over it, and the adult is like checking things out, like, and the little ones kind of skitter, and you see the adult kind of like look up at you guys. Are you guys like gonna throw a rock at it, or what are you guys?
We were gonna
What do you
wait
If
till
think
it
it
sits
comes
there
up.
long enough, I'll shoot it again.
It's kind of trying to figure out what's going on. Why is there a dead thing here, right? Like and it's looking at the light and looking around, and I mean, yeah, if you want to take a shot at it, it's kind of checking things out.
And if it's anywhere near the hole, I'll drop a rock on it too.
Yeah, go ahead, both of you guys.
Yeah,
Drop a
I'll
rock
pop a
and
shot.
let me
Is it
let me
is it considered?
he's
Do I
down
have
in the hole.
advantage? Am I considered hidden?
Yeah, I'll give you guys advantage on that rock and that arrow. It's like, it's not aware you guys way up there yet. It is now.
Well, I'll see if that you said advantage. Make sure it ain't a crit.
No.
No. Okay.
I don't
Thunk,
have a
thunk.
rock coated, so I'm just going to use my longbow for the roll. I guess it would have helped if I targeted him.
We go Orog with his sneak attack with advantage. This time it wasn't a crit and did like 80 points of damage. What did it do last time? It's like 30
Yeah.
something.
Because I had using my
Surprise.
bugbear special surprise.
Yeah. So you're like, this thing's like, so it like rears up and it like screeches, and you can kind of almost feel the ground shake as he like makes some kind of vibrating noise with his body, and he goes skittering off, and we're gonna have some initiative going on. Do 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 do. All right, so that thing kind of, oops, not that one. kind of scaries out of the way. You can't see it anymore. You can definitely hear what sounds like something clambering up a cavern wall out of your sight. And Orog, you get to go first. What do you think you're doing down there? Uh-oh. I think it's coming.
So it left. So I'm just going to stand there and I'll hold my bow ready to go. If I see it, I will shoot it. Ready in action.
Or any other bug?
No, for now, I'm just going to focus on the big one. If
On the big
small
one?
ones come
Okay.
up, I don't care right now.
Okay. And just 1 second. Locust Girl, thank you for hosting. Caesar with 12 months. Thank you for the tier 1. And Bass Snake, what's up, man? Redeeming disadvantage for the frog. For the frog. He's not a frog, he's a lizard. I called him a frog on mistake. And yeah, let's bring the table up for and I'll zoom in a little. Not a whole lot going on currently, but Dalgran, you get that strange feeling of just below you, the ground kind of shifting a little or vibrating. Definitely something's moving below you guys.
All right, then Dahlgren's going to back up a little bit here. And he's going to. What's going on here? He's going to give a little blessing to a few people here. Let's give it to Marley, Oreg, and S. S. And bless them.
Bless them.
Your prayers are appreciated.
You always
May the
drop
Lord of
spit on
Light
me.
be with you. Level 1 spell slots suck, you know that? I'm out already.
I'm out already.
2 bless, I'm done.
Yeah, when you got 2. Marley, what's
So the big one moved
old
off. We can't
smiling
see it down the
child
hole,
doing?
right? Well, he's
Yeah,
not
no,
smiling
yeah,
right now.
it skittered
kinda
away
screwed off.
from line of sight.
If the little ones aren't coming up, he's
Well, you gotta imagine, right? You got a cavern, right? And you guys are looking like down the top of the cavern. So if something wants to climb up there, it has to like climb around, like around and across the ceiling and then up. So it may take them a while. And
I've actually entered a cave that way before on a ladder I made out of ropes. It's pretty cool. So I think I'm going to hold a shot with my arrow, just kind of ready an arrow shot. That if I see, something moving towards us hostile, or if I see that big one again, yeah.
just a big one, or if a little one scurries by.
Just the big one, I think. Yeah, just the big one.
Okay.
Which is probably stupid, but.
Well, you never know. You never know. S.
S is gonna grab the biggest rock he can within range, and he's gonna ready to throw it at anything that climbs up.
Wait,
anything that he.
When you say biggest rock, so like one-handed
Whatever.
like rock or like
No, 2 hands.
boulder.
Yeah, boulder.
Bowling ball size. Yeah.
He's
okay.
got a decent strength, so whatever he can pick up with a 16 and chuck down this hole. And
Like
he's gonna ready.
Like what's your main weapon?
Pike is what I normally wield, but I also have a warhammering just in case.
Oh, like a warhammer damage rock? Is that what it is? Like,
yeah,
that big enough? Then you can just roll the warhammer for damage.
Yeah. That's exactly.
And are
what
you
I'm
like
thinking.
looking down in the hole or just in
Yes.
general? Yeah.
I'm looking down the
So,
hole and waiting, and I'm gonna
ready
check
to
it first.
squish anything that moves.
Yep.
Don't fall down the hole, guys. All right, so this thing is on the move. You can hear it. Let's see. Well, sure enough, this thing is on the ceiling and turns the corner and starts up the hole. As we have a couple of readied actions. Boop.
Is it the big one?
It's the big one, and it looks mad. It's come
It's 20
scurrying up this thing.
Is it 25 feet from me?
Yeah, it's 25 feet down the
not-
hole.
Okay, I'm not sure. Maybe I ought to back off 5 feet.
Wait,
'cause
you had a readied action.
Yeah, but I'm thinking that
You're thinking you can't
I'm in
do
melee
nothing
with
but use your readied action.
Do we have advantage because it's stuck in the hole?
It's not stuck. It's not stuck.
Wait, it can't jump out of the way.
it can lean to the side. It can lean to the side.
So the hole is only 25 feet. I thought it was like 80.
No, it's 70 feet from where you guys are at to the ground, but the cavern is 30 feet high, so the hole's only 40 feet technically
feet,
to
okay.
the top, and he's already scurried
Falling
over.
down.
Oh wait,
Gotcha.
he's got a climb of 40, so
Gotcha.
not anymore.
they're
Actually, he's
fast.
got a
Not
climb of
anymore.
0.
Yeah, this one's like. Was it the rock that did it? What did it?
Yeah, I think it was the rock that smashed his head in.
So you see it goes and hits the ground, and then it goes dark. Poof, and you can't see nothing anymore down there as it lands on the light source. And what's Morshell doing?
So he's just looking down into this hole. His attacks can't reach all the way to the bottom, so he's just gonna kind of hold his shield up in front of him and try to block the hole. Make sure that if anything else comes out, it hits him first, hopefully, as he takes the dodge action.
With his shield? Does he put it over
Yeah.
the lid? No, it's not big enough. Orok, top of the next round. You can hear some like more clicking noises. Sound like they're coming closer to the hole, but now there's no light source down there. You can't make anything out on the ground other than noises.
Yeah, my 60 feet only, my dark vision only extends 60 feet. So I'm going to do
Yeah, and that
the
light just
same.
got suffocated big time.
I'm going to do the same radiant arrow, and then if any bug comes up, I will try to shoot it if I see any bugs.
All right. Well, you do see a bug. As one of them climbs up to your dark vision. Moving up, he might die before I get the elevation on him. So he
So I did not hear your
scurries into the
response.
hole.
I did not hear your response. Do we or do we not have advantage?
They're kind of aware you're there. They have.
I think what we're confused on is the size of this hole. They're not squeezing through it. We thought they
No,
were
the
having
hole's 5 foot wide. I mean, it's a big hole. The one of the adults has already cleared the tunnel out all the way up. It looks like they've been coming up and down this place for a little while. The adults have. So you shoot down and hit strangely supple thunk. It's like makes its clacky noises. as it gets stuck good, see it, he's like twitching and trying to climb and maybe not climb and like, That was your ready to action, Dalgran.
Well, Dahlgren can't see us, so he's going to move forward.
Well, Dalgran's going to look down and go, oh, look, my dark vision kicks in and I can see it. 40 feet
And then
down.
he's going to 40 feet. Okay, so this is 60 feet. Cast some sacred flame at this thing. And he failed.
So as
Don't worry, guys. The Lord of Light got him.
Yeah, as it dies, right, the radiant light is just kind of flickering on its dying body as it falls, and you get a quick flash of dim light down there, and you can see about 10 of the little ones all around the dope body. More shells.
Morkel is happy to just stand there and continue to hopefully block this hole from any more of these guys that come up, since his brothers seem to be doing a good job of knocking them down when they come up.
Well,
So
everybody looks over at you, and you got your shield on backwards, because you're going to have disadvantage on that from Bass Snake, remember?
yes. So still gonna take the dodge action, but I'll put Shillelagh on my staff, but I accidentally put it on my shield instead. That's really where the problem is.
Oh, it's glowing slightly. Another one of these starts scurrying up the hole. Oh, I see that you gotta have them turned on. Mine is. Is anybody ready? No. Let's see. So it's got.
Mine still
Not
says
this
ready
time.
from the last one, which I am.
Yeah. So it starts. So it gets up, to right where you guys killed the adult. You know, right where the rock or whatever smashed the adult, and it kind of went, you know, the first big hit, and it just stops, right? Like it hits something, right? Like and sniffs around and then starts to scurry back down. With the last of its movement. So it's turned upside down now. It's climbing down, or it's going the opposite direction. Marley.
What in the world was with that thing? Marley's
You
like,
wanna
that
you
was
wanna
peculiar.
you wanna give me some kind of check? What you want?
Yeah, I'm gonna use my action to do some kind of
insight or nature, or do you think it was magic?
Sleight of
I'm
hand.
not really skilled at sleight of hand.
You think it was an illusion?
I don't know. I think no, actually, I think Marley. Actually, how about Arcana? Is there something magical down there?
Yeah, roll me a Arcana. Yeah, let me see. Yeah, you're pretty positive that you rolled a 15, and you don't think that's magic. You don't think that was magic. You're pretty sure.
Not magic. Okay.
S is gonna grab another rock and chuck another small boulder down there at it.
Frickin' I just imagine the kid on frickin' throwing the bricks from the roof at Home Alone.
Exactly. Well, it's kind of like your in Empire, your younger brother.
Yeah, but those were pebbles. These are like huge ass
They certainly
warhammers.
are.
Yeah, he's trying to get away. He's like, he's almost down to the corner, right? He's kind of in a little niche down there. He bossed a couple rocks down.
Spits down there at him. Doesn't do anything, but
So sure enough, he scampers out of sight onto the ceiling, and you can hear his movement fading onto the ceiling. Dalgran.
So Dahlgren's going to look at everybody and say, why do you think he ran?
we need
What's
light.
going on
We need
down
to
there?
see.
You want some more light? Give me one of them big rocks. And I'll cast
Cast
light
on the
on
boulder.
one of the boulders that he's throwing down there.
Give me an attack roll at disadvantage, because there's like 10 of them down there, so, blindly just squish one of them, maybe.
Not
Oh,
me
let me
or
turn. Let
Dalgran.
me.
Yeah, you're throwing them. I'm casting light on it.
Let me just use this one. Let me turn him back on. So,
All right.
wait, does he have light on him? What's glowing on him?
Yeah. No.
No. So it hits the body down there and bounces and rolls almost out of sight. The light source rolling out of the way.
Damn.
But when it hits and rolls, you can see like 10 or 8 or 8 or 10 of them still scurrying around, and like one adult is paying attention now too. You see him checking things out. That was
Well, that was my turn. Yep.
That was your turn.
Could I see in that brief flash, like, an idea of what they're doing? Like, does it look like they're gonna come swarming up, or?
It should still be lit. It was a light spell.
Yeah, no, but it kind of rolled, away a little bit. It's
60
still
feet,
it's still kind of
30
lit
feet.
dimly down at the bottom now,
Mhm.
and you can see they're kind of like just kind of like got their little legs up, like they're smelling the air or doing something. They're like sensing something or something. You don't know.
Hmm.
You
All
know,
right.
when you take your dog for a walk and he just licks the air, you're like, what the hell are you licking the air for? That's kind of what these guys are doing.
Well, Morkel will lick his eyeballs then, and
Get his dark vision
just
all cleared up.
yeah, just make sure he's seeing things well down there, and just kind of wait, see what his brothers want to do.
Marley.
Marley's not, he's sees all them down there, and he looks kind of over at his quiver and sees the number of arrows he's got. And he's like, I'm not gonna waste my arrows and shoot all my damn arrows down there. I'm gonna move back here, and if one of them comes up, I will shoot it. Yeah.
S will very briefly point out there's plenty of free rocks.
Yeah, but that
There
that
are a bunch of
requires that
there are
requires
especially
effort.
especially down that way. You can see more and
Well,
more that way because you can tell it's collapsed that way.
all right, I'll pick up a rock
Like a
that looks like it might be
like a sling bullet rock or
no, like a 12 strength rock, cantaloupe, uh, honeydew melon, something about that size. Um, what were you attacking with, Maddie?
I just used my longbow for the
Just
attack roll.
okay.
well, he's proficient in rock because of you guys, but
proficient. He's proficient in rock. Yeah.
you
So
are too as you smash this thing with a rock. 6 points of damage. It like screeches. It's actually 70 feet down.
and Marley kind of goes, that's kind of fun, and he goes over and starts looking for another rock.
So I
Whack-a-mole.
would like to try to see if he can figure out with either perception or insight or both. Did she spray something or do some kind of scrape, or is there something there?
You definitely perceived something clearly happened. A nature check though would be wonderful. If somebody inspired you, it would be even funner. Too late. A 13. That's not bad. You definitely think that you're getting the sense that these creatures can communicate via smell or sense, and they definitely can tell where these things have died, right? And it looks like they're avoiding that area. So anywhere there's a dead body, these things won't go there.
Okay. Well, speaking of dead bodies, am I able to then shoot this thing, kill it, put it out of its misery?
It's not dead yet, and
Wait,
it's just
so
sitting
can I
on the
shoot it?
floor, but it's trying to get away. It's like,
Okay.
are you fast enough? Let's see. It's like,
So I'm gonna
ready, set, right behind it. It goes scurrying
ting.
down. If it's got initiative on the top of the round, let's see. Anything else?
So I'm going to step back. It's the first time I've missed, and I'm gonna start looking at. I'm gonna spend my turn looking at my bow, making sure it's strung properly, and figure out what's happened. Why did I miss? It's never happened before.
Like, like the bowl in that lane. I missed. I didn't get a strike. Something's wrong. Dalgran Bright Fists.
So this thing's 70 feet down, right?
Yeah, it's like trying to leave and it's not having any luck yet. It's like in slow motion going, I'm going that way.
He's out of reach of Sacred Flame then. Dahlgren's gonna pick up a rock, not as big as S can, because Dahlgren's gonna only got a strength of 8. So he's gonna pick up a smaller rock, a one-handed rock. Bonus action, cast the light on it, and throw it down there and try to hit that thing. So what do you want me to use to roll the?
What do you got? Dagger?
I got a warhammer and a light crossbow.
Yeah, try the Warhammer. Oh, nice. So it like bounces off the wall, goes ping, ping, smack, and hits the thing right in the top of the head. Roll a D4 for damage with your big. And plus, what's your strength bonus? -1. So D4 -1.
Yeah, it's a -1. D4 -1.
Just drop it in there and I'll apply it, because
A 2.
did he get hit already, or is this a new one that hasn't been hit yet? 2 points of damage.
Not sure.
Marley hit him with a rock.
Yeah, Marley should have done 6 damage to him.
Huh. All right, so that's enough that squishes him, and he goes away. And for the moment, we're gonna stay out of combat because they're kind of not coming up anymore for the moment. So what do you guys want to do?
You said it was blocked off this way? To the east or to the
Yeah,
west?
you could. It definitely is a collapse to the east, and to the west. It goes on out of sight and out of. It sounds like it goes way on that way.
S wants to check the collapsed area just to make sure there aren't any holes that they might crawl through. And he'll call back and say, make sure to call me if they start coming up again.
Marley's like, okay.
I've unlocked tokens if you guys want to move around. I am going to pull you guys out of combat just for now. And so yeah, as that's another like drainage pipe or something.
Is this one sealed?
Yeah, the grate looks intact. It doesn't look like it's been
Is there a
tampered
ladder
with.
going down?
No, no, it's
No.
just a pipe actually. Probably like 3 foot in diameter inside there. So I
Cozy.
mean, you could probably crawl down it. Do, 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 do. But Orog probably not. Probably be kind of tough. So
Ah,
when you get down here, S, you do see that the entranceway has been blocked off, but there is definitely some tracks and stuff in the area. As you get down here. Now, you guys don't have any light source, right? So you're just using your disadvantaged dark vision to perceive things that aren't sound orientated.
Dalgran.
But that also allows
Light,
you
please.
to get right up on this hole, and out steps a creature, and he looks like he looks like he looks like this. Except he's not all mean looking. He just looks like a rat guy. This is a mean looking one. So piss him off, and that's what he looked like. But right now he's not bloody either. But he's very dirty, and he says, "Hey, what are you doing over here? You don't belong over here. You're gonna get yourself in trouble coming over here."
We're looking for the bugs. We just killed a few bugs. The big ones.
Bugs? There's
Big
no
ugly
bugs
ones.
this way. This is our territory.
Who are you?
What's
You
Me?
look like what I had for breakfast.
I'm Jitters.
what's over here?
Wait, what's over here? Where? Wait, hold on. I got Jitters' big ass image covering it up.
No. He said, what are we doing over here? I said, what's over here?
This is our territory. What do you mean? What's over here?
Over here. What's over here?
So Rat's territory is down here?
The sewers. The sewers. That's our turf. The rats. Yes. The were rats. Yes. We control it all from coast to coast. You see, all the way to Skullport. Yes, that's all ours. It's ours.
Dogs and birds up there?
Dogs. No dogs in the sewers. They don't like the sewers. The ravens. Oh, you're talking the ravens?
Black dogs. Ravens.
No dogs in the
Upstairs.
sewers. They won't come down. No dogs in the sewer. Yeah, it's our territory. They leave us alone. Plus, there's lots of us.
Ravens in the sewers?
Ravens in the sewers. They come down sometimes. Yes. We have agreements sometimes with them. Yes. No. You have no agreement with us. Right, guys? And you hear guys down there. Yeah, no agreement. Yeah, no agreement. There's like a couple more guys down the hole. He's like, what are you doing down here? You need to turn away, or we're gonna have to do something you're not gonna like.
We're,
I'll hold the
we're
weapon
looking
back,
for a
but
doctor.
not aggressively at all.
We have no splints and bandages down here. No. Have to go the other way. No doctors.
I'll look at Oreg. Can't hear you.
You're on mute.
Sort of moving up against the wall, just sort of trying to be inconspicuous as I move back. Got my whip still coiled in my hand, but I've got the whip handy. My bow's put away.
Everybody can
shrug
hear
and
you. Hear you squeezing the leather. As your hand squeezes it a little.
So what's down the other way?
Down which way? That way. He points behind you. He says,
The way that isn't falling
it's
apart.
still our territory. I wouldn't go that way very far if I were you. you'll have to pay the toll.
There's a toll.
The toll is expensive if you don't have friends down here. Yes, yes.
How much? How much is the toll?
It could be something you value. Yes. You'll get sniffed out. Yes, you will. I can smell you might have something. It's not my duty to collect that way. I protect this side.
S is gonna sniff the air with his tongue and then turn around and just start walking away.
He's like, gee, ooh, that gives me the chills. Don't do that again. He kind of scurries back down the hole a little bit and pops his head back up. He's like, are you going with him? There. I smell. Is that...
Dahlgren's gonna give him the little, and then turn around and follow S. Like,
I smell incense. You have something in your bag. I can smell it. You would last a moment down here. Yeah. And he scurries down the hole, out of sight.
That's bugbear from under cheese that you smell.
I do got some incense.
Anything come up?
No, not yet.
No. Did you find anything
not
back
yet
there?
That direction.
A big rat. Looked delicious.
Do geckos eat rats?
I don't know if I could swallow him though. I'd have to work on unhinging my jaw a little more.
We have to do some stretches.
Some stretches. So,
He told us not to go down the other end.
Well, this has been fun. Let's go back up.
you guys. Now
Wait,
there's
wait,
some
there's-
light sources down here too. Oh no, they're down below. Actually, you can see a little bit of the light, maybe dim light, like if you got close down here, shining a little bit. Something's lit, very dim. Like, oh, there's a hole in the ground. You think that hole right there leads back down into the cavern? But there's a big gas grate over it.
We got to go down there, guys. There's all that food down there.
Marley's still
There's a
looking
lot of
down
Yeah,
food
you
down
can
there.
you can hear the clickety click of the bugs. The bugs.
I wonder why the bugs don't bother the rat people.
Rat people.
It looks like this hole's not that old.
You got another hole?
Yeah. It's connected down there. They look regularly spaced.
Yeah, look here. Here's another one. Oh, what's that? Marley drops his rock and walks over here.
But that's where the rat guy said not to go.
So
Rat
as
guy.
you approach the opening there, Marley, you see two mean-looking dudes step out of the tunnel there. Definitely rat-looking guys, but these aren't a scrawny little jittery-looking rat. These guys are pushing 4.5 feet tall. You know, they're way bigger. No, they're almost 6 feet tall.
ROUS.
Hey,
And,
Marley, those guys,
And he says,
they don't look as friendly as the other.
one of them says, we don't recognize you. Yeah, we don't recognize you, he says. Yeah.
I didn't think I recognized you either.
No. What you smell, Tasty? What do you got to come past us? What do you present to us? Don't lie. We can tell what you have in your bag.
Yes, there's enough food over here for you to eat for a month.
Food? Food doesn't entertain us too much. Fresh flesh sometimes does, though. You look tasty, too. Bring
You
your
don't look
friends
very
closer.
tasty.
We have many friends behind us.
Hey, boys. They said they
Can I
got
tell if
friends.
he's lying?
You don't think he's lying. Because you can hear, like, the snickering in the tunnel. Yeah, there's a lot of us back here. Come on
I
in.
got
Come
lots of
on in.
friends, too.
Don't pay the toll. Please don't pay the toll.
My deception roll. I got a lot of friends, too.
Do you? Well, then let's see who's got the better end. And he, like, unsheathes his dagger.
Hey, you
Says,
know what? We're just
"Care
going to
to
go back over
dance?"
here and check this out. No, Marley just goes this way.
Since weapons haven't been drawn, he doesn't pursue you.
Yeah, I wasn't about to go smiling at him or anything. Yeah, I'm just going to head back this way. Yeah, guys, yeah, I don't.
Are you
Looks
bringing
like
your
this goes
friends
nowhere.
back this way? The other.
No, they said you's too ugly to play with. Let's get out of here. Run, run.
Yeah, there. It looks like the only way truly to get out of here is the way you came in, up that rope. And up is a little harder than down. I'm gonna make it just a little bit harder though. It's a DC 13 to climb.
Oh.
It's one roll. 5 or lower, you slip and you could fall. You could. Oh. Orag.
Who needs guidance
All of us.
besides me?
Guidance works
Somebody had. There's a
only
couple of
on
you.
one person at a time, there, buddy.
Right.
A couple of you got bardic inspiration going. S does.
Yeah.
It's not a save.
It's not a save.
Not a save.
Ability check, attack
An
roll, or
ability
saving
check.
throw.
Yeah.
This is an ability
Oh,
check.
there's ability. Yeah, there's ability. Yeah.
So I would use it. For a 12.
12. So you
Damn.
didn't progress. You didn't make it, but you didn't fall. However, Orog, with your 7, that's definitely. If I do the math, it's a 5, 6 plus. So you need to give me a.
Acrobatics.
It's. I don't know how far down are you guys? I'm trying to remember from last week. I think you guys climbed in.
40
See,
down.
70 and yeah, it's about 40 feet, I think. Yeah. So give me a D4. Let's see where you're at on the old climb portion. So you're only 10 feet up when you you slip and you fall. So you take a D6 damage as you hit the ground. Thud. And your hands are kind of rope burned a little. That's it though, just a little rope burn.
We're doing athletics or acrobatics?
Uh, unless you can tell me how you can acrobatically, physically climb up a rope, I don't know. Like a yo-yo, if you could yo-yo yourself acrobatically or something. It definitely requires strength to climb up a rope. Arnold Schwarzenegger can climb rope, but what's the Simpson? What's the Simpson? The dance guy was. The candy striped shorts. What? Somebody help me out here.
So we
On
need
The
an
Simpsons?
athletics check to climb the rope,
Yeah.
and we would need an athletics check if there wasn't a rope. So what's the point of the rope?
It lowers the athletics check by 5.
Okay.
Does a
But,
15 do it?
A 15, yeah, the DC's only 13, so. Orog's like, does it again and easily up. S tries it again and he figures his footholds, push here, climb here, and is that everybody gets up? All right, so
Oh,
what?
yeah, because I think I just climb up after
Yeah, you have a
everybody
climb
else,
speed.
right?
Yeah, you're fine. You're like, you climb up, you're like pulling the rope up as you go, making sure it doesn't snag on shit.
And as I get to the top, I single tear rolls down my cheek as I look back down at all that delicious food that we left.
right. Sadly, you guys don't need that map anymore. All right, so you guys make your way back up top, and what do you do? It's it's after 4:30 ish maybe by the time you guys get back up here, and the evening is approaching.
Are the guards still around?
There is still the guard in the tower across the street.
Are the bodies of the original Kithics still out there in the
One
street?
of them is missing. You think it might be the one that you guys took?
Right, but is the other one still there?
Yeah, it's still there.
Right,
The guards,
so I'm going to
the guards
approach the
the
guard.
guards don't even look like they came out of the gate.
So I'm going to approach the guard.
Up in the tower, he's like, "Are you there? Why do you approach?"
I'm gonna sort of wave. That thing over there, we killed it. Is that part of your responsibilities there in the tower as guards to protect the citizens of this city?
What are you saying? I'm not doing my job or something?
I just need to replace my arrows I used. Would I be able to get... Who do I talk to about getting my 5 arrows back?
Oh, I'll be happy to send you 5 arrows. You see a smile from inside the tower as he stands up. Leans forward, you can see all the arrows in his quiver. One of these, perhaps?
I don't mean to take your arrows, but as I'm sure you guys have a big armory collection thing.
So
Can I meet you here at the gate, or where do I get the arrows?
if you don't go away, I will shoot them at you. Then you can pull them out of your flesh.
Well, that's not very nice.
Well, that's rude.
Uh,
So you're saying you don't
you
provide the arrows
are
when we...
trespassing currently on Black Dog territory. So if you do persist, I will make sure you spend at least the night in the hole.
It was a simple question. I'm not sure. I guess I'll have to practice. And I turn and go away.
Go back across the street and climb over or through the barricades again.
Go around like we did before, around the corner and then around the buildings and work our way back around.
Yeah, you can. The conversation you can see when you got a little closer to the gate. You can kind of see through the cracks a little better and stuff, and inside the compound a little. And about 30 to 40 feet inside, now that you got closer, you can see 2 more of the ravens standing there with spears, down on the ground, looking towards the gate, kind of paying attention, but like standing around smoking a cigarette or whatever, like. When you're on guard duty and they don't even give you any ammo, you know how that is. Like you're just standing
trying to
around.
imagine a raven bee
Right.
holding a cigarette.
here's your freaking 8-pound club. You're on guard duty. M16 club. So you guys get back inside of Dr. Troy's?
Yeah, if it's night's coming on.
Yeah, it's creeping in, and you guys hear a couple of like loud bangs, like maybe thunder or lightning cracks, something off towards the west, like way off towards the west, like boom, boom, you know.
Are there arrows in the shop?
Yeah, there's probably arrows in the supplies that you get in refresher arrows for now. But let's see what's in this. You guys should have a store too. Oh, not that button. So again, 3033 is the address of Dr. Troy's druggist surgery. Ding ding. Cool image. And here's the shop. I don't know if there's arrows in there or not, but there was some stuff downstairs that you guys had. I think you guys have already taken anything nice. Oh no, there's still a couple of. Oh no, they're zeroed out. A couple of potions in there are all.
The thunder that we hear, is that something that we're used to hearing?
No, you never heard anything like that. Not
Hmm.
that loud.
Now, is that because we've lived in the basement our whole lives, like it's fairly soundproofed, or is this like maybe an uncommon occurrence? Can we tell?
Give me a perception check. Since you're taking notice, he turns and sticks his little hole. Don't you
Wait,
just have a hole in the side of your head? Sticks a little hole up into the air
yeah,
for you to
exactly.
listen.
Huh?
Like, dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. Why do you got disadvantage?
Well, I had hit disadvantage earlier when I got it from Bass Snake,
Oh,
so I guess it applied there.
a bug flies in your ear and then flies back out. Doesn't really bother you too bad because you go eat it.
It picked up a little flavor while it was
As you
in there.
still succeed on your perception check, even with disadvantage. And you think the thunder is not a normal occurrence because you can hear like a hush go over, and then like the chitter chatter of people talking in the distance about what happened. You know, that kind of ooh ah. You know that. Hey, what was that? I don't know. You go check it out. Well, it would sound like it was way far away. You know, that kind of stuff going on.
All the more reason for us to just let them worry about their problems out there.
Shouldn't we ask him what happened?
No. That's above
Just
our pay grade. See right here, this one book talks about pay grade. And since we make fuck all, that's way above our pay grade.
you're pretty smart there, Marley.
We gotta
All
find
right.
Dr. Troy, fellas.
Here, you guys can be inside here if you want to.
Because from what I've seen, that's a nasty place out there.
So, you guys kind of get back into the shop and settle back down, and you got this. Where do you got this bug body at?
We'd probably haul it down into the basement, right?
Well, what about the laboratory behind that hidden door?
Oh, sure. We could put it in
Yeah,
there.
let's put it in the laboratory. Nobody will find it in there.
To like put it in one of the vats. See what one of the bats do to it. It's
Gotta marinate it.
right. I mean, there's all kinds of gear and equipment around, and beakers and bottles and recipes and stuff and ingredients and all kinds of stuff all scattered around in here. You think you might be able to make a couple of potions or something if you're given enough time. Does anybody
right.
got like any training in
Stink,
like making
stink bomb
potions and stuff?
potions. Arcana. Yes, I am trained in Arcana.
Yeah, I'm trained in both Arcana and with an herbalism kit. I don't know if that would
Oh,
help.
yeah, herbalism. You definitely, some of these things are familiar to you. You're like, you know, also sage, you know, that kind of. That's sad.
I can make some brew.
You definitely could put together a little still in here. That's for sure.
Got some brewer supplies.
Yeah, you can make a little dwarven spirits. Although you just read how to do it, you've never done it before.
Oh, he doesn't have like some toilet gin going down in his room.
Toilet gin.
He's never had any equipment until now.
Some jailhouse juice.
He has blown his eyebrows off a couple times with some stuff he made making out of deer candy that Dr. Troy gives you once in a while. I think it might be a little volatile sometimes. So you guys want to do anything before like you want a short rest? You can definitely get a short rest just in case. You never know what could happen, right?
Sure.
At least a short rest. If not,
I mean,
it's nighttime.
you never know if you want to top off your hit die. Orog's down 1 hit point. Do you want to burn a hit die? You're only
No, not at this point.
for
What time of day is it?
It's like 4:30. Oh no, 5:30 now. We took a short rest in the evening, so the sun is the dimly freaking shiny sun that doesn't shine through the haze and the smog very much is going down, and it's starting to get that eerily dark that Waterdeep does in this area.
So during that hour I eat dinner, how much do I got to click off here so I don't get exhaustion?
Well, you're supposed to eat a pound a day. Half a pound will stave off starvation.
So I clicked off to 1 pound of food and 1 gallon of water.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play a couple tunes on my lute while we're relaxing and eating.
I'm pretty sure we looted the place earlier.
Yep.
Depends if it's a U or a double O. A U or a double O.
I'll accompany him with my little hand drums.
So you guys get a little
jam session going.
A little jam session going, and I think you get a little snake rapping going. I don't know, but I'm gonna roll this die right here, and you guys did end up hanging out and spending the evening doing your thing here. So
My throat's sore. I'm not saying.
yeah, you guys need practice. Yeah, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. But look at everybody eating food and drinking water with that extension. I love it. That's nice. That's nice. As morning comes, and we start the morning off on the 4th day of Hammer 15 UM. So it's 9 in the morning. 9. I don't like that you can't type in that little square.
We
Oops,
haven't leveled up yet, so we should go back and kill some more of those bugs. Just keep spamming the bugs until we level up.
As soon as you camped.
We haven't got any XP yet either.
There's some XP on the party sheet. But I didn't award
Is
it
the
yet.
doctor back? I checked for the doctor.
Yeah, I don't see the doctor. What are you thinking for the day? What are you guys' ideas?
And talk to the servants. Have they heard anything from the doctor?
The servant. Who?
The unseen servants.
The unseen servants that can't
Ebb
talk.
and flow.
Ebb and flow.
They just ebb and flow past you and clean up your dirty socks.
What about the air elemental?
He says, "I am still here just to protect you." Wah, wah.
Has he heard anything from the doc?
No.
I'm thinking we should find out what that noise was last night.
Oh, that noise was, do you think, a couple of miles away at the closest?
We can't go that way that far. You
We
can't
could
get
ask
there from
questions,
here.
though.
Well, they that halfling that we met said that he saw Dr. Troy at the big wall to the west, right? How
Yeah,
can we
yeah, yeah,
investigate that without drawing attention to us? You know,
Well,
like
maybe
that's
like
where-
5 of you standing around a circle pointing and shining a flashlight on it might be a little too obvious, so
exactly.
any
that's
other
where the
way
box
might
people live
be
at.
helpful. What's that?
Marty, I think you should go check it out.
The box people. That's where he was talking to. Wasn't it a woman?
The honey?
Who was talking to a woman?
Dr. Troy, next to the wall, the barricade, the hovels that are built
No,
up against.
CK was with a woman. That's why he didn't really get a good look at what Dr. Troy was doing, because he was getting busy.
He was a bit
boy.
distracted.
Oh, I've read
He
about that.
He didn't actually tell you what he was doing with the woman, but he did tell you he was distracted enough that he couldn't see what Dr. Troy was doing over by the west wall over there, and he pointed to the area.
Why don't we all just go over there and see?
We should go
I'm
check for
curious
clues.
I mean,
to
there's
see
people
what
that
else
live
is
over there.
out here within this, little local area.
Yeah,
We know all of one shop right now.
And we know where they sell bacon.
Once a
Yeah,
week, you guys gotta.
Yeah, maybe go past that and just
cruise the neighborhood.
yeah.
Cruise the neighborhood.
Stroll around.
Well, let's bring up that map so you guys can check it out. Why did I just lag out? Oh. This one. Yeah, Manicuri's got it already. So, yeah, you guys are down here now. Dr. Troy's. And I've actually cleaned out pretty much what you guys have seen as far as unmasking.
So yeah.
Oh, I can unlock the token if you guys want to move it around. Yeah, that whoever
This
was
is
that.
the big tower, right?
It's actually right there at the edge on the road. The tower
Let's
is.
go back here. Let's go back in the alley behind us and get to meet our neighbors.
And then it doesn't show it on the map, but the area out by this big gate is all like shacks, like lean-tos and,
Here, right? Yeah. And that's where Dr. Troy was last seen.
yeah, right over here somewhere.
Well, let's go look for some clues.
So all of you guys are going to go over there holding hands together?
No, we're
Being
walking
obvious? Or,
together. I mean, are people not allowed to stroll the streets in the city or what? I mean, if
You
people
think-
live over here in hovels,
Right, but you think 15 years of living in the same area, people know people, and people don't know you people. So that's what I mean about obvious is no one's seen you guys around here before. And 5 of you wandering around together as a group looks pretty suspicious, doesn't it? A whole group of strangers that no one's ever seen before? A bugbear, a lizard folk.
I say we just tell them that we're experiments at Dr. Troy's.
Exactly what Dr. Troy warned you to never tell anyone ever. Sounds like a good plan.
Who studied tracking in the 15 years we've been here?
Tracking.
I
What's
mean, I
that?
know some of the concepts, but I've never
Mm,
actually
Find
done
it
it.
in a book.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe you can go look for some clues.
This is, I think, the only book I ever read.
What, S is trained in survival?
Yeah.
S is like,
Principle.
I used to
Oh.
find the rat prints and follow them to their hovels. So he would follow little rat prints across the...
I can assist
Dahlgren's
as well.
better at survival than I thought.
So you
Oh yeah,
like,
we're all trained in survival.
you're checking out the area over where he pointed to the
Yeah.
wall and the ground and stuff. It probably,
gonna
it looks...
Split up and talk to people.
The area that S and Marley are looking at, you do see S. You find an area on this. The wall's made out of mostly wood that's been lashed together with rope or even real sturdy vines or nailed together with boards and just. But it's a pretty sound structure. It's thick, right? You could probably stand on the top of it, if it wasn't, palisade like at the top, but it's pretty wide, So there, but you eat both with an 11 and a 13. Both think that somebody's been using this area right here to climb over. The little scratches and nicks, and you can see a couple of handholds that have been used a couple of times. But the lizard folk, it would be a little bit average for him to climb over here, where somebody not with a climb speed, it would be kind of hard. Like the advanced rock climbing station at the not the kiddie one, but the more advanced one. The rocks are kind of.
What was the build of Dr. Troy? Was he very athletic? Do we think he could have climbed over this?
I mean, if you kind of imagine Dr. Troy like breaking out in his suit and climbing over a wall, it just doesn't fit. He always kind of kept himself clean or wore a lab coat, all white, and him busting out and climbing over this wall doesn't seem.
Can we see what's on the other side?
Why do you want to climb up and look?
So we
it's
can't
about
see through it at all? There's no holes or anything?
No, not really. No, it's not. It's pretty thick. There's multiple layers.
Morshell, why don't you take a look and see what's on the other side there?
Okay, you
Do we
guys.
wanna wait for nighttime?
Ain't no time like the
plan.
sunshine on the back of my head when I'm climbing over a wall.
Seems
Sun's coming
kinda
up.
obvious.
9 in the morning.
You think we'll get in trouble for climbing on the wall?
Well, there's a
seem to
bunch
get
of
in
people
trouble
now
for everything.
that were like making breakfast around like trash can bins and on fires and shit that are kind of
one of
watching
them.
you over there, trying to figure out what you guys are doing in that alleyway over by the wall.
Well, those are the people that we want to talk to.
I wonder if they know what's on the other side of the wall.
I wonder if they saw Dr. Troy.
Yes.
Good question.
Go talk to him, Marley.
Yeah,
Hey,
you look like them.
man, what's going on?
So there's like a group of individuals messing around and talking in a back alleyway. 5 of them, and then one guy starts walking out of the alleyway towards all of these people that are kind of trying to make a living here. And so a couple of them gather up a couple of kids, and then you see a bigger, older guy kind of steps up. He's like, hello, as you walk
Howdy. We're looking for somebody.
up. He's not here. He looks around nervously.
Now, how would you know? Have I not told you who I'm looking for yet?
'Cause we don't want any trouble.
Oh, you're kind of funny. I didn't bring no trouble with me. There's my buddies over there. We're not gonna bring no trouble.
Well, we don't recognize you. You're not from
You
around
know
here.
Dr. Troy. Well, let's see.
Dr.
now
Troy,
which-
and they point right to the building right there,
Well, he's gone. He brought us from the nether region to watch his store for him while he went, and he's not come back yet. And we're trying to find out where he went because we can't stay here forever. We got to go back to the nether region.
The nether region. He
Yeah,
looks
the nethers.
confusing at you. Kind of cocks his head. Is that like in the wild somewhere?
No. No, it's not. It's here and it's there. It's right here around you, but it's not really around you. See?
He kind of steps back. What? Are you trying to cast a spell on me?
No. Spells are bad, okay?
You lean forward. He kind of leans back a little.
Hi, my name's Marley.
And you
I'm just
see
real
that
friendly to this
he's
guy.
got his hand in his pocket, and you think he's clenching something.
Well, I stick my hand out to shake his hand.
He
I
kind
think
of
this is the way they're supposed to do it. Knucks, elbows, high five.
he does not.
He's not
He
responding.
takes another step back, and now you can see that there's a hilt of something in his hand as he slipped it out of the pocket a little bit.
So while they're talking, is Morshell gonna climb the wall? Because if
Uh,
he's not, I am.
I think we should wait till night. I mean,
Oreg's getting adventures.
yeah.
Orig, don't let him
But
take you away.
I mean, it's not like super bright. It's not like there's a spotlight over here in this alleyway. It's kind of dim lit. It looks like a good spot if you were gonna sneak over the wall to do it, right? Like in the
Well-
area.
Orig,
You like look down that way. You can see like a whole bunch of people up against the wall. You look down that way. There's like
I got
barricades and shit. It looks like a pretty good spot. Go ahead. I'm sorry,
As far as I know, this is not
Caesar.
bad. There's nothing wrong with it. So I'm just gonna, if he's not gonna do it, I'll do it. I'm not gonna go over. I just want to go up and look and see what's on the
I
other
got a
side.
plan,
and then
Orig.
drop back down.
I'll
Well,
stand in front of you and block their view while you jump up and try to look over.
So you're 4.5, 5 foot tall is gonna block him all the way 30 feet up in the air. As he
Yeah.
climbs up this wall. That's his plan. Do you like try to shine your bling to blind people? Like, I got my bright fish bling on.
All right.
No, I don't want to show them that.
Or you're just not having any luck finding any handholds. You're like, geez, this thing's hard to climb.
And Morkel step up and say, "All right, get out of the way," and climb up.
Jeez. Morkel's like,
Exactly.
Just borrowed some of that sticky stuff
He's
off
like,
of
Gotta
him.
get him sticky.
he looks down at you as he goes, this is how you do it. His sideways crab crawls up the thing, smiling at you as he goes. So you get up to the top and you look over, and I think you got a pretty good perspective up here during the day, and you can see. So I'm gonna open it up a little by unmasking. Let's go to the mask and let's do the Alt button here, and I'm gonna open this up a little bit so you guys can see that there is a brick paved road outside, and you can see what looks like a platoon of black dogs, like on top of this building over here. Let me point. No, I have to play on top of this building over here. Like doing PT, doing calisthenics. Hey, ho, hey, ho, hey, ho, ho, ho. They're like in there. They're not even in uniform. They're like in like just a tunic and some shorts or something.
All
It's
right,
like an exercise yard.
I don't want to spend too long up here, but I'll spend another few seconds looking around to see if there's anything else that jumps out at me as interesting or anything like that. Anything
Well,
maybe on the top of the wall.
So you spend another. Give me a perception check. Yeah, on top of the wall, yeah, you can definitely see that somebody's come over the wall here, right? I mean, more than one time for sure, maybe multiple times, at least 3 or 4 times, or more. Different areas are kind of scuffed and worn, but it's not like there's like a set handholds and like somebody's intentionally hidden stuff. It's just somebody pretty good at climbing and was able to get over here a few times. But as you look a little further into the area, you can see that a little bit further that there is some other zones marked out. And I think, how far do you guys think you could see? 30 feet in the air and kind of misty, kind of foggy.
You mean what is visibility right now? Misty, foggy visibility.
300-400 feet seems, a couple blocks. I think you can probably see.
Yeah, as long as the
clearly.
buildings aren't blocking the way. Yeah.
But you can see, like above some of the fog and clouds in the smog. Way in the west, you can see that you can see like blue sky, kinda, a little bit, and it looks like maybe the spire of a big building on top of a hill or a mountain, like flags flying or something fluttering on top of some spires or something. Barely make it out. Way west.
All right.
But let me open this up too a little bit because you can see a little bit inside too. I'm just gonna open that area up. So the fenced in area over there that you guys saw with the guards out front, down the street right here. Oops, you gotta turn on play. Right here, that fenced in area that you guys saw. Mm-hmm. He can kind of see some trees and stuff sticking up behind some buildings and stuff back there.
Is that where the ravens were? The guards?
Yeah, 2 guards out there in front of a gate. Pretty secure looking gate. But you guys see ravens moving around all over the place. Especially flying raven birds. They're everywhere.
After taking a little look around, then I will climb back down, and when I get to the bottom, I'll say to the guys, "Guys, I saw Dr. Troy."
Where was he?
Nah, I didn't. I just thought you guys would like that for a minute.
Oh man.
And then I'll,
it's not funny.
I'll relate to them all the stuff that I saw up there.
So, as you're like kind of watching down the street, hoping somebody comes along that you could shoot or something. And you kind of like catch a glint of metal on top of that sewer grate behind in the alleyway a little bit, like like through the alleyway, through the fence or something. It looks like something shiny on top of it because you kind of look down there pretty good.
Next,
I'll,
buddy.
I'll nudge Orig. And,
I mean, you're a good couple blocks away from
Yeah.
it, or not, not 2 blocks, but a good long block or something.
And I just want to kind of meander my way over there.
I will meander with him.
Are you guys meandering together, holding hands, singing Kumbaya, my love? Yeah, it looks like everybody's together. So you guys make your way back over to the, I guess, like to the edge of the building and peek over the barricade, right? Like trying to see over the barricade. And it looks like the dead thing is gone that was laying in the street, and somebody put the lid back on the sewer thing, but it's like just kind of still broke, but it's just like placed up there, and you can see bits of the metal or the rusty metal are shining through where it was broken. So that's the gleam you were seeing. So it looks like somebody put the lid back on, but it doesn't look secured.
No padlock on it.
Yeah, and there's a different guard up there in the guardhouse this morning. He's got a mohawk. He's a human. His name's Spike.
I ignore him completely.
He doesn't pay a whole lot of attention to you guys either. It doesn't look like they have a very tough job.
Do we want to head back down and maybe finish off those bugs and keep looking for Dr. Troy down there?
Smash some more bugs. I don't have anything better to do. Smash some bugs.
What is? Didn't people know anything, Marley? What did you find out?
Those people were weird.
A lot of people up here are weird.
Yeah, they were just weird. He started to pull a weapon on me.
What do we know
Why
about
would he
the
do that?
area east of here?
You mean like this way?
Yeah. We know there was the bacon shop, but beyond that, we never went past.
Yeah.
S is starting to feel a little claustrophobic, like he's in a cage.
So you guys start wandering down the street?
Yeah, we're gonna sit down right here at this sidewalk cafe and take a 10-minute break.
So it's not long that you guys attract some attention.
Uh-oh.
Damn, I just wanted to take a piss.
I'm gonna wait 10 minutes to
I mean,
get somebody's attention.
It doesn't take quite 10 minutes. I mean, as you're walking down the street, people are moving out of your way and running down the alleyways and avoiding you as a group. Because you remember, people don't really travel in groups so much. And as you guys get towards the 2 guards down here, you got their attention. What? Masking, unmask. So I don't know why I didn't have it unmasked a little bit. They're not the 2 guards at the gate back there, but there's 2 guards that are coming out of this alleyway as you guys are walking down the street, and you see one of them point and says, "You there, come here." Wave you towards them as they kind of walk towards you. The 2 of them. They're wearing the raven symbol on their tunics. They're carrying
What can
spears.
we do for you?
I think they're talking to Marley.
Who do you think you are, traveling in groups down the street? You know that's forbidden in Troll's Skull Zone.
Why?
Why do you ask why? Do you wish to
Because
speak
we
with
didn't
a...
know.
How can you not know? And you're here.
Do we wish
You
to
do
speak
not
with
look
who?
familiar to us.
You don't look familiar to us either.
Then we have a problem.
Oh,
You have to come with us.
Buddies over that way saw us. Do you know every single individual here? You have a good memory.
That is our job.
If
We are
we're
the
not
guards.
supposed to,
And when there's
Yeah,
armed groups walking down the street, we pay particular attention to them.
travel in groups, how can we go with you?
We
Wouldn't
will
that be traveling
separate
in a
you
group?
and put you in a wagon and travel to the dungeon.
if you separate Morkill there, he just grows. You can separate his tail right off. It just grow another one.
Yes,
I,
he
I'm
does look
just looking for a privy.
strange.
I don't know these guys.
They're starting to approach it closer, and they kind of tilt their spears towards you guys. Say, don't do anything funny now. We don't want to have to kill you.
So I will.
They
You
try to
can't be
take you into
funny?
custody. The two of them.
I'll move back and
They like
try to
look
cross
up
the
at
street.
Urag. You're not gonna give us any trouble, are you? One of them says, looking up at you.
We will go our way and not travel together.
What? You're
I'll
gonna?
cross the street and try to and just walk back the way we came.
I mean, are you all gonna kind of like quickly separate, kind of, and before they can like, they're like, hey, you gotta wait. You're separating. Then you're not doing anything wrong now, I guess. Wait, you shouldn't have weapons, but as you guys scatter and take off running, and
Cheese it.
they, oh, everybody give me a D20 roll in the chat. So, wow. So Dalgran and Orog, you guys both run like down the same direction, right? Kind of bump into each other and like, kind of run down the same direction. Marley and S, you guys take off in another direction of Zim, but both of you guys are running the same direction, and Morshall just climbs up over and like dips over the top of a building real quick, a totally different direction. And the two guys, somebody's got hot mic and crunching on corn nuts or something.
Corn nuts.
It's Orig.
Because it sounds really crunchy, whatever it is. So the two guards kind of decide to chase after S and Marley. They like, get them, grab them, and they take off running. So S, what both of your movements are 30, right?
Mm-hmm.
So are the guards. So what do you guys do? You like take off down this alleyway, right? And there's like, crates and debris on both sides, and you kind of got to weave your way through them and stuff to get down this alleyway. And these two guards are like 40 feet behind you as you guys dart down this alleyway. They cross over the street and they're running after you.
I'm
And they
looking
got these
for a
spears.
place where nobody can, like a tight little alley nook to where no guards and towers, nobody can see us. These guys got uniforms on?
They're wearing a tunic with a raven on the front of it.
All right.
They're not wearing any. It doesn't look like they had any armor on though.
Okay. So I'm
Maybe
gonna try to
one of
lead
them
them
might
down
have
into
some bracers or something similar.
and then as soon as they get
So,
around the corner,
are you two gonna split? Like, because you could like go down this alleyway and there's 3 directions you guys can go. Are you guys gonna go both
No.
together, or are you gonna split up?
follow me, yes.
I'll follow Marley.
All right, so Marley turns left and darts around the corner, and S follows behind him. And both of you guys give me a Constitution. Actually, not a Constitution, an Athletics. You guys are running down the alleyway. Marley, you you like turn the corner and there's like a clothesline across the way, and you go to like leap over it, and you like catch your foot on it. Give me acrobatics. Like you go to jump over it like it's a fence, and you catch your foot on it, and you're like woo. And you just kind of flip over and you kind of roll back onto your feet and you keep running. But now S has like he ducked under, he like slid under it real quick, and now he's in front of you as you guys are running down the alleyway. And these two guards come running around the corner. Let's see how they do. Jump over or slide under. Well, they both did pretty good. It slowed them down a little bit, but not enough that you made any distance to try to get away from them. So they've closed the gap. They're like 30 feet behind you guys, and one of them is already out of breath. You can see he's like, it looks like he's still got jelly on his face from the morning donut he ate earlier. That's the big guy. And what's the rest of you guys doing as you guys like realize that the guards aren't after you guys?
Well, once Markel realizes he's not being chased, he wants to go back to Dr. Troy's, but he's going to take kind of like the rooftop route, so he doesn't get spotted, climbing along the roofs and like along the sides of buildings and stuff, so that he can hopefully avoid detection.
What about Dalgran? What's he doing?
I'm suggesting to Org that we go back to Dr. Troy's too. Before we get taken away.
Yeah, we'll head back to Dr. Troy's since he presumes everybody will eventually meet back there.
Regroup.
It's probably a good assumption that you meet back there. All right, so more. Why can't I get your name like?
I don't know. Just picture it as like a K instead of a CH.
Morcal.
Morkel.
Yeah.
Do we skip over the 10-minute break? Yeah. Let's take our 10-minute break. That sounds like a good plan because I need some
And we
water.
tried to hint at it.
Why?
Yeah.
What are we
Yeah.
saying? Did I totally blank?
Before the-
Yeah, when we
Yeah.
were going around and you're like, you see the guards and they're like, well, do we take 10 minutes to?
Yeah, we want to sit down and take a 10-minute break.
You're like, no, it
10
has to
minutes
be 10
snack.
minutes.
I think that's so obvious. You guys are taking a 10-minute break in the street. That was right over my head. I'm on the limited good sleep, but yeah, I'm gonna start a counter. Let's do 21, 51, 52. All right, so and I'm gonna start some pretzel and a slideshow. But we'll be gone just over 10 minutes, taking a quick break, and then we'll be back for the second half. So if you're going to go get a drink or whatever, hurry up. You got 10 minutes. We'll see you in just a little bit. We're coming back. We're coming back. Man, it takes you about 10 minutes to eat a big old apple. I was just finishing up my apple. Honey Crisps are good right now.
Oh, you didn't have a good old Granny Smith?
I get a craving for Granny Smiths once in a while, but Honey Crisps are my favorite now.
They're fine in a pie, but
$4.99
that's...
an apple or whatever.
Holy cow.
No, they can be expensive. There's actually another one that's supposed to be better. But I haven't had a chance, but it's called a Cosmic Crisp. It's only around like for a month or something. If you're into apples. Anyways, so we've got 3 groups, two couples, and a solo, kind of taking off. 2 are being chased by 2 Raven guards. And I want you guys, Marley and S, to think of a skill that you would like to use to try to get away from the guards, or lose them, or whatever you're trying to do, and then go ahead and roll it, and then we'll come back to you, and you guys can tell us how well you succeeded or failed on a DC 10 check. So just a moderate check, but you get to pick the skill and then describe what you're doing and how bad or good you succeeded at it. As these 2 guards are chasing after you down the alleyway. They're about 30 feet behind you right now. You're in kind of an area that you could be a little bit in the open, or down a dark alleyway, or in mixed with some people doing, washing some clothes, or, building a chicken coop, or something, like that. Dalgran and Orog, you guys pretty much just head back down the street after you kind of cut down a couple alleyways, and you get back, and you kind of split up a little bit and head down the street, 20-30 feet away from each other, or more in some areas, and it doesn't look like anyone's following you or anything, but do either one of you have a passive perception of 13 or higher? Yeah.
Morkel does.
Nah.
No, Oreg does. Merkel, you're gonna see this anyways because you got height.
Dahlgren has a 13.
So both of you got. So all 3 of you notice in one form or another that the probably where your brothers are running through the alleyways has caused some kind of stir in the ravens in that area. Like the birds seem to be kind of flocking in that direction a little bit, like flying off and heading that direction a little bit. But you guys don't have any trouble getting back to Dr. Troy's. However, how did our boys do in
So S is going to use his athletics to try and get a little distance by, vaulting over anything, obstacles that are in the way, and kind of shouldering his way around, and just trying to speed himself up through his athletics.
nice roll? All right, and what about Marley? What's he attempting
Marley
to do?
is like diving over empty crates, tucking and rolling, and doing some parkour with his dexterity, off
Jumping through little
of the-
windows
jumping
and
through,
stuff.
yeah, stuff like that.
All right, so both of you succeeded fairly well. So not a problem as you guys get away from the 2 guards and also make your way back to Dr. Troy's. As you guys come in and catch your breath and everything inside of Dr. Troy's, who's the first one to get back there? It's gonna be either Dalgran, Orog, or Probably those two. I think Morkel would take a little more time to get back since he's like, climbing over shit.
Yeah, I'm following behind Dalgran, so Dalgran would be first.
Dalgran, when you get back, it appears the front door is slightly ajar.
So he's gonna like come to a stop in front of the door, and then hold up his arms and tell Orag, "Somebody's in there. I know we closed this door when we left."
All right, so I'm going to sneak and try to look through one of the windows. Listen.
All the windows are shuttered, but you can definitely try to peek through a crack and definitely listen and see if you can hear anything. Are you? I mean, there's multiple windows around the building. Are you going to check them all, or?
I'm just going to focus on the front ones.
The ones on the street.
Main ones, yeah.
What about Dalgran? What are you doing?
I'm just gonna hang out on the front porch, see if anybody comes out.
And you're assuming
Off to the side.
that no one beat you guys back here, right?
Yeah, because they went running the other way.
I mean, you guys did kind of walk fast down this way, but not running anyways. So, yeah, the front few windows, nothing looks out of ordinary. You don't hear any weird noises coming from inside or anything.
I want to check the door, see if it was busted in, or if somebody opened it, or
give me an investigation check in the tower, please.
a forced entry.
It doesn't appear that the anything's been forced, or anything out of the ordinary.
I'm gonna tell Orag, you think Dr. Troy came back? Maybe he came back while we were gone. You think we should go in?
Do I see anything? You said I don't see anything at all?
Yeah, nothing out of the ordinary. On like the shutters don't look like they've been messed with, and you don't hear anything inside that's noisy enough over the generalized street noise out here. You know what I mean? It's not that quiet in the street so much. A little every now and then somebody rickety cart goes by. Somebody wheeling their cans around or whatever.
So I'm going to sneak in and try to look around, moving silently.
When you go inside, it doesn't. You don't see anybody like creeping around. Nothing out of ordinary as you creep in and look around. Dalgran, you going in too?
Yeah, I'll go in and I'll let him go in a little bit, and I'll give him a minute or two because I'm not as stealthy.
Oh well, in about a minute, Morkel comes slithering or suction cupping over the top of the side of the building.
Yeah, I'll tell Morkel what's going on.
And he says,
I'm thinking Dr. Troy might be back.
He says, "Why do you think Dr. Troy might be back?"
Why would Dr. Troy leave? Why would he leave the door open though?
I don't know. It's all confusing to me. But Oreg went in.
Oreg went in. Oh, in the front door?
Yeah, he went in the front door about 45 seconds to a minute ago.
Well, should we follow him?
Yeah, I think we should go in now.
All right. Yeah, let's go.
We'll head on in.
All right, so you guys go in and kind of explore. It doesn't look like anyone's been through the secret door downstairs, and nothing seems to be out of place.
Is my Kruthic corpse still there?
Like in the secret laboratory thing? Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, if you go look for it, yeah. It's
Alright.
still there.
Do we see anything out of place? Anything missing?
Nothing out of the ordinary. Do you want me to pull the shop up again and see if there's, and you guys can look and see if there's anything missing? If I deleted anything.
I wouldn't remember everything in.
Right?
Sure.
So that's what I'm saying. Your characters are looking around. Are you going to remember everything that's in here too? I mean, it's not like you guys took an inventory. Although there is an inventory on the book. I mean, you could take inventory if you wanted to.
I was going to ask Orig if that's what he would do.
We have inventory in the book.
So there's a noise out back of it sounds like a bugbear and a half elf slamming into the back door trying to get in. That's locked, I guess.
You mean a Yanti?
I mean,
Yanti.
Yanti, yeah.
Who is it?
Dave's not here.
The door jiggles a couple times.
Open the door. Put the book back.
So, you guys make it back, and I'm assuming if they don't let you in the back door, you guys run around to the front door. And come in and do what the rest of the day?
So, what did we learn today? No groups? Does 2 constitute a group?
No, 2 is not a group. More than 2 is a group. 3, if it's a kid or somebody helping somebody with a cart or something along those lines, it's fine. But 5 individuals armed, some of you wearing armor with weapons and whips and stuff hanging off your belts, that's frowned upon. That's what you guys learned. That the place is under martial law.
This place is a trip. Who left the front door open? Who was the last one out?
What do you mean he left the front door open?
Marley, were you the last one to leave?
I wasn't the last one to leave.
I'm gonna walk
What?
around the building. Do I sense anything invisible with my blind sense?
Your infrared tongue.
Yeah, I've got blind sight 10 feet.
What do you kind of
Other
just do,
than
like a
ebb and
perimeter check around the building?
Yeah.
Are you inside checking it out?
Yes, inside, checking out the interior. Once they mentioned that the door was open, he gets very suspicious and.
So you're gonna go down to the cellar? Nothing seems to be out of place down here. You don't sense any. I mean, it's gonna take you a little while to search every 10-foot section. What's
We'll
everyone
just talk
else
to
working
the
on?
air
It's 10
elemental and
feet
see if he
from
sees
me,
anybody.
So that's a 25-foot square with me at the center.
Yeah, it just take you a few minutes to search the whole area.
Can we ask the unseen servants like basic questions and have them answer by
they
like?
have no speech, but the air elemental can talk. The one in the hallway downstairs. Do you guys need the map to remember stuff? Would that be helpful?
Nah.
So I was asking the air elemental if he's seen anybody, or if the doctor, or anybody else.
The air elemental says, "No one's been here since you left a moment ago." I mean, you guys have been gone, what, 20 minutes? Maybe. Maybe 40 minutes max down the road and back.
Well, we climbed a wall.
You guys were here before you went out that way, didn't you? Did you come back here? Yeah, you came back here and then you left.
My number one fan has shown up in chat.
Oh,
Cause bird. Cause middle finger.
Yeah, it looks like I missed out on some good BBQ too, man. I was supposed to go up there and crash his BBQ party this weekend. He posted pictures.
So most of you guys are like searching through the area, checking to see if there's somebody hiding out or whatever. And after, a good half hour or 45 minutes of discussion, there's not one of you that claims that you locked the front door when you left.
telling you, Marley left the front door open.
I wasn't the last one out.
Quite honestly, it's pretty difficult to lock since none of you have a key.
Hmm.
Or none of you
He
have
could have at
even,
least closed it.
mentioned about locking the door from the outside. You can easily lock it on the inside. But as you're kind of poking around and getting a general idea, this isn't like, this is just a little player knowledge here, but this is the kind of idea on some of the stuff that you guys might be able to come up with. Did that share properly with you?
Yeah.
Yep.
Did Aura get his random magic item?
No.
in the
Ooh,
chat?
I didn't even see that. It was ahead. And Gorgio. With the magical item for Orag. There you go, buddy.
Alchemical silver, huh? First thing, Marley wants to start doing some reading. He's not the brightest candle in the cake, but I mean, he's wise enough to know that
That's pretty
you need
cool.
to know something about dust disappearance and eyes. Very nice. Rat people. Why, rat people? We don't know anything about rat people. So we need to do some reading, see if there's any reading in Dr. Troy's library.
Well, we got rat people, we got raven people, we got dog people.
But do our characters know about the werewolves and I mean, they just look like regular people, right?
Do your characters know what were creatures are? Lycanthropy? Yeah. Your characters would know what that is. Do they know the extent of who might be what? No. I mean, unless it's obvious, the rat people were rat looking, they were in their hybrid form when they were talking to you, so
Yeah,
they were pretty obvious.
So
you haven't seen anyone else that kind of looked lycanthropy?
Would we know their strengths and weaknesses?
You all probably have been told that they definitely have a weakness to silver.
And that's why there's no silver pieces. So we would know that.
Yeah.
And I see alchemical silver here.
Yeah, that would probably be a pretty difficult collection of ingredients to find, you know what I mean?
also likely heavily banned.
Yeah, if you get caught with it, you get
Contraband.
murdered. You get murdered on the spot, kind of banned. Silver is like highly illegal. But there's still, you still can find silver things around, you know, an old plate or an old, you know, sterling silver cup or something like that, you know. It's hard to get rid of silver as embedded as it was, but if you're caught with it from sources, you can get in trouble.
Cat
Depending
stink,
on the source, right? Depending on the faction. So I just want to give you guys an idea of some cool stuff we might be able to come up with. I also want you to think on how we need to go about trying to have your characters do training for leveling up, and how to approach that. If that's even something that you guys are interested in. I know it's a new mechanic and it slows things down a lot as far as story progression goes. You know, oh, you need to spend 10 days training or to get to level up, you know, or something. I mean, you get the XP and milestone, but you got to spend 10 days coming up with what you're doing. It seems a little kind of boring, doesn't it? What do you do for the next 10 days while you're training? Well, I'm going to just do jumping jacks and get my strength up. You know, I don't know. I'm going to stand in the corner and I'm going to just put a little bird on my R button and go tick, 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 tick to get my skill level up. Dusted Disappearance is great for my roguiness. Yeah. So you spend the next day discussing what you're doing, looking at this stuff, kind of really spending some time going through Dr. Troy's shop, right? So you guys kind of get familiar with it. And if you guys you guys hear people wander by and wonder why the store's not open, kind of thing.
We can open
Wait,
the shop and
yeah.
just say we have limited inventory for a little while.
I mean,
Yeah,
you know,
we'll open the
you think maybe the store might get 1 or 2 visitors every day or two. You know, it's not like a busy store. You know, the stuff in here you think is probably beyond most people's price range. You know,
Well, it
the
seems like
labels of the stuff.
everything we do gets people suspicious at us. So if we were to say open the shop and just hang out for a week with the shop open, whether it's just 1 or 2, with the story that Dr. Troy asked us to man the shop while he's away, people will then slowly get used to seeing us and they'll be less suspicious of us being physically here. What do y'all think?
Sounds
You could
logical.
say he's our
Yeah.
uncle.
So is this something you guys want to do like this? It's kind of afternoon, getting to be late afternoon. Not something you want to open today and try to do, but let's pretend for a moment tomorrow you open the shop. Do you guys want like Marley to be the face of the shop and talk to customers and then you guys just kind of be in the background, or are you guys
Him
all
and
gonna
Dalgran.
stand around and try to sell potions to? Yeah, Dalgran definitely
Neither of them would stick out.
would definitely probably like to do something like that. He's a self-proclaimed lamplighter, so he's all about seeing if there's
Yeah,
other lamplighters out there.
I'll be brewing, messing with the brewing and the still, and try to sell some things.
Yeah, I'll run the store.
Did somebody want to do some try to find some research on and see if there's any information about lycanthropy that you guys haven't found?
Well, I mean, like there's 3 different factions or armies of lycanthropes that I don't know that we're equipped to, you know, they don't seem to be pitted against each other. Not that we can see.
I mean, other than each of them having a territory, they're not engaged in open battle or warfare against each other.
At least in this area, right?
Not that we've seen, yeah.
Those loud booms could have been some kind of battle. You don't know what those were. So the evening is going to go by, and we need to see if anything happens at night. What kind of generalized should we do? Nighttime, you guys all pack up and go downstairs, or does somebody stay up top?
Marley would stay
Well,
up top.
I keep sleeping in that bed I've been sleeping in.
Yep.
So-
Dalgran and Marley been staying upstairs
And Marley, you've been sleeping in Dr. Troy's bed?
right here. Yep.
And then the rest of you guys are downstairs?
Yeah, Orin is definitely staying downstairs. Oric.
I lock the doors and windows before I go to bed.
We close them first.
You
We
guys
make sure they're
have,
closed,
you guys
and
have,
then we lock them.
you guys have claimed that you have locked them at night when you go to bed, but when you've left, the reason I kind of threw that at you is there's no key for the front door, so how do you lock it?
We could lock it and climb out a window.
Right? Or you got a picket lock.
Thieves tools, yeah.
Which,
I've got thieves tools.
yeah, which takes a little while and is kind of suspicious in the front of a shop in the middle of a street.
So, for the rest of the afternoon, I'm going to try to use the tools and stuff that are there, maybe with Dalgran's help, to make a key for the front door.
Oh, yeah,
Oh.
you could easily at least swap out the lock or something and have a key. That's easy enough to do.
You say he's
Absolutely.
got to have a key in a drawer somewhere.
I mean, maybe he's got a different lock with a key in it or something, but you know, whatever the case is if you spend a little time, you can definitely make that happen.
I'd like to start looking around in the lab a little bit and seeing if I can research, how to brew up some maybe simple potions to start at least.
Okay.
Yeah,
well,
we got to have supply to sell.
The lab is kind of creepy because the body keeps moving around in the jar. Bump, thump, every now and then.
I probably get used to it after a while and start talking to him.
Do you give him a name?
Bob.
I'll think of a good one.
Do you want to see her again? Do you want to look at her again? You get up there and look in there real close. Ew.
Yeah.
I love the unshare image. That's like an oldie but a goodie. So, morning rolls around and like early morning, and Dalgran, you hear Marley scream from a startle.
He's still in the bed
Yeah,
on the other side of the wall there.
yeah, that's where it sounded like it came from. Right, the paper thin wall between the two of you. Sound like a little Homer Simpson scream.
So he'd jump out of the bed and run around.
So when you like the door's already kind of open as you come running in, and you almost run smack into Dr. Troy, who just woke up Marley.
Dalgran's just going
And
to
Marley screamed
throw
like
his
a
arms around him.
girl scared.
Dr. Troy!
And as you like kind of embrace him a little roughly, you can feel that he's kind of weak. Like he's not. He kind of.
All right,
He's
Marley jumps
weebly
out of the
wobbly
bed.
a little bit.
Marley jumps
Go
out of
ahead.
the bed, helps lower him down.
Get a
No, he
roll
doesn't need to lay
medicine.
down. He just like can't handle a big ass freaking dwarf wrestling him around a little bit. He's like,
Oh, so he's not sick or anything.
well, he appears to be weak.
Well, I'll ask him what's wrong with him.
He's like, boys, I'm very tired. Where are the rest of you? I see the shop isn't burnt down, and at least 2 of you are safe. Where's the other boys?
We're all here, Dr. Troy.
They're all downstairs.
Come,
We slept up here.
let's go downstairs. I've secured the door. I have to talk to you. I don't want any
Okay.
prying eyes and ears. So you
Ulrich's
guys,
gonna be so glad to see you.
so you guys go down and into the cellar and have some discussions. I'm gonna bring up the roleplay a little bit since we're yakking. So everybody can tell that Dr. Troy is he still looks clean and is like always his black jacket and his nice white collar and it kind of looks spot free for the most part. Um, his shoes, on the other hand, have definitely look like they've been out in the street a little bit, right? The muck and the mud and the dirt and the mud, and he looks tired. He's got big bags under his eyes a little bit, and he just looks not smiling much and droopy eyed, and he says, I did not mean to be gone as long as I have. I am happy to see that you are alive and safe, and the shop is here. Who has anything I need to know about happened before I tell you what has taken place with me?
Dahlgren's just gonna look at Marley.
Your buddy
Dalgran,
Sergeant Schultz came by.
you boys know you cannot lie to me. So fess
Hey.
up if you've done something wrong. How many people have you killed?
People?
Only those bugs.
Bugs?
Yeah, just some bugs.
You've
Well,
only
Marley
killed
did piss
bugs?
off the guys across the street.
Listen, they just got all testy. I had no idea they would act like that. That's crazy. I mean, people don't. Do people always act that way, Dr. Troy?
What way? Suspicious?
Well, we went outside and they come along and said, break it up. And then they tried to haul us away.
Isn't it obvious why? After you've been out for a while? It is not appropriate to be traveling in group. Look at you, you're all armed, you have weapons, some of you are wearing armor. They do not like that. They feel threatened by you.
Oh.
Are they so weak that they feel threatened?
Yes, they don't want any uprisings.
Like
What was
Marley was saying, your Schultz came by.
Schultz was here. He looks his eyes kind of open. He says,
Yeah, he's
"Did
strong.
you play along with the ruse with him?"
I don't know about a ruse, but we gave him some stuff for free.
That is the ruse. He is a simple man. You pay and bribe him, and he ignores what goes on here.
And we
It's
did it right.
important that you befriend him with trinkets and vials and gold coins.
Twinkies, from what I could see.
He definitely can be weaned of information as well. If you approach
I think
him
he's one of
properly.
he's one of the few people Marley didn't piss off.
So
He
was
could
this a
be-
test? Is that why you
Right.
left us alone? Were we?
No test. I would never do that for that long. things have gotten a little complicated for me, and unfortunately, I cannot stay.
Well,
What?
you've got to tell these people that we belong here. You can't. They keep thinking that we broke into your place and stuff like that.
Why
Yep.
can't you stay?
Because if I do, my plan will fail that I have. And if I discuss my plan with you and you are captured, it is possible that they could learn of it. So I have to keep that to myself for now.
What's with the bodies in the back room?
You're talking the Flo? No, Franny? What, we got to come up with a
Whatever her
name
name
for it.
is. Yeah.
Let's just call her
Esmeralda?
meat.
Charlotte.
Charlotte.
Eunice.
You're talking the black ice zombie in the container or the one downstairs on the table?
Both.
Both.
They are for experimentation. How else can you learn of black ice immunity,
Do
which
they
I've been
pose a
developing?
danger to us?
Well, the one in the chamber is still alive, so of course, if you let it out, I'm sure it would be a danger. If someone catches it, there would be, I'm sure, an investigation as to why 5 young boys have a black ice zombie in the experiment tank in the back room.
So you're going to
That-
take it with you then?
Unfortunately, I have to leave it with your capable hands.
That's okay. Morkel's made a friend
How
of
do
it.
we dispose of it?
Wait, you're not
Hmm.
taking us with you?
Unfortunately, I cannot. Your presence would usurp everything I've done for the past few years.
We have presents.
Yes, you have a present under your bed if you want to go look, Orok. Everybody laughs as he goes downstairs.
So what are we supposed to do?
Um,
How do we fit
survive?
into your plan?
Your plan for you was to finalize your mutations and allow the black ice immunity to seep in and train you. But unfortunately, as far as I can train you now, has to come to a pause. Perhaps soon I can return, but for now, you have to figure out how to survive on your own.
What's going on with the city and all the barricades and all that good stuff? I mean, we try to go out and we run into walls and ravens, yeah, rats and talking rats and black dogs and
Well, Waterdeep has been taken over by the lichens, werewolves, mainly. They are members of an organization called the Black Dogs. It's an army of sorts. They are led by a true werewolf. Um, Perhaps someday his name will be important to you, but for now, stay away from the true. Stay away from the lichens as much as you can. Do not involve yourselves in their business, for if you get caught, I've warned you, they will do worse things than I have ever done to you.
what about the rat people?
The sewers belong to them. They have rules. Obey their rules, and they'll leave you alone.
What's down there?
The sewers, a vast tunnel complex that stretches from coast to coast all the way down to a city below called Skullport. There, the living can walk amongst the undead.
Undead.
Delivered some honey.
Ah, deer candy.
Yeah, how do we make that?
My recipe books are on my desk in the lab.
Definitely got to make some.
Are you coming back?
He says, I will periodically try to come back and check up on you.
What are we supposed to do until then?
Survive the best you can. If you're captured, I'm not sure I will be able to save you.
Are we to live here?
How do we
Or-
obtain money for food and provisions?
However you choose to do so. You can kill and murder and steal. You can try to sell things, gather things, bring back and resell them. However you choose to survive is up to you. I cannot take care of you no longer. You can attempt to
Kill
live in the
murder, and
wild,
steal.
but I warn you, the longer you can keep the ruse of this shop up, the longer I think you might survive.
Will you talk to the guards before you leave then and let them know that we're taking over the shop for a little while?
Yeah, everybody comes in here, looks at us strange.
Tell them we're from a different neighborhood.
Perhaps we
think
can get writing, something in writing saying,
You bequeath us the shop. That's the right word, I think. Checks the dictionary.
Queef.
Not
since
queef.
I do not
you're a
have,
What is
queef.
a queef?
I can see if I can make time to have the proper documents filled out, but in the meantime, someone has to take on the persona. I think Marley has the skills to be the face of the shop. The rest of you could be employees, perhaps. But it's going to be hard to explain to the guards why 5 young demi-humans and humans decided to work here when years past it's always just been me. So the less of you that they see, the better.
So me and Marty could work up top.
Yeah, that's my hired muscle right there.
And I could make some brew.
Brew's
Try to some
good.
of these recipes out.
Brew's good.
Hey, there was a little short guy that said he saw you get taken by somebody.
CK. Calvin Klein.
CK, that was his name. Yeah, he was a little short guy. Halfling, I think.
He was mistaken. I have not been taken by anyone.
He was kind of distracted, he said.
All right, so Marley's got this "you cheating me" thing that you put on my sheet here, Drake.
He's got what?
I don't know. You put this on my sheet. It's called "you cheating me." So he can gain advantage on wisdom insight to examine cues from proverbial communication, paraverbal communication. It's through this savvy a character can read the underlying intentions of those they enter. So, yeah.
Where's it in your actions? Where did I put it?
You put it on in my journal entries.
Oh, the journal entry. Yeah, that's right. Okay.
Well, this is all just really strange. So, Marley's trying to get anything he can glean from the way Dr. Troy's acting, carrying himself, anything like that.
So as you start to kind of think that way, he looks at you and says, "Marley, you know, this is the same old Dr. Troy. You just have to trust that I'm doing what's best for all of us."
Has he always been able to read our minds?
Yep.
Okay.
How long are you going to be gone?
I'm not sure. I would like to be back at least in a week to check up on you, but I can't make any promises. Things have been set into motion that you should be able to survive. I have made arrangements with a place to bring food to you every day. As long as they find a barrel outside with a gold piece underneath every day, you'll have fresh food delivered every day.
Oh, that helps.
If there's some
Yes,
kind of problem, my agreement is with Stella at the Silent Shield. She's further down the street, and he points to the east.
Stella gives us the food.
At the Silent Shield, he says.
Is that the bacon place?
The bacon place? I'm not aware what the bacon place is.
Marley found a place that sells bacon.
Mm-hmm.
We went there. That's where we met the halfling guy, CK.
Halflings don't seem to be on my radar. He's like, says something silly about, not my concern, halflings.
What's the name of the place? Stella at the what?
The Silent Shield.
Where is this Silent Shield? Doesn't sound familiar.
Several blocks to the east, straight down. It's a restaurant tavern of sorts. Stella and I have an agreement. 1 silver piece under the barrel, and you'll have food delivered. If there's some kind of problem, and you need to get in touch with her, do so nonchalantly, shall we say?
Is it a silver piece or a gold piece?
It is gold.
So if we can't, if we're attacked by these lycanthropes, there's
I
no
will
silver.
miss
We
you
have.
deeply.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
He was reading your thoughts.
Don't piss him off again, Marley.
What other questions do you guys have of Dr. Troy?
What's beyond the city walls?
The city
How do
walls,
you
you
get out
mean?
of the city?
If you leave outside of the city, you best be prepared to fight hordes and hordes of undead. Black ice undead, like the ones in the container. Billions
Ooh,
of them.
I guess we better not go outside the city.
Who lives in the big
Is
house on
there
top of the
anyone
mountain?
else in the city we can trust besides this Stella? Is there anyone else who knows of us?
There is no one except... What's the air elemental's name?
Amaterasu.
Like blowy face?
Amaterasu. Yeah, blowy face. You can trust that he will protect you while you sleep.
So we should all sleep in the basement?
If you wish his protection, then I suggest it. He will not allow anyone to travel through the hallway to you.
But then that leaves the whole upstairs unguarded. Marley,
Of
we might have to
course.
take turns.
ebb and
Take turns
flow.
until the first one of us dies.
Ebb and flow you
That's
can
what will
trust to
happen there.
take care of your domestic needs. But other than that, trust in yourselves and each other. And trust that
Well, it's obvious we can't trust you.
trusting me
You
will
leave
get
us
you.
here in the basement, lock us up, and keep us ignorant of everything that's going on in the world. And when we finally come out, you abandon us.
I have not abandoned you. I have more important things to do than your lives. Trust me.
Oh. Gee, we'll miss you too. And get the fuck out. No, I'm kidding.
S is Steve.
Marley.
Yeah, Marley's looking at S like, oh, I can't believe he just said that. He said what I was thinking, but oh yeah, he can read my thoughts. No, don't think.
I mean, you guys have kind of learned to, like, weave around the bush kind of with him sometimes, but if you're lying or something, he kind of gets to the bottom of it. Or if you're upset, like S, and he looks over at S and he says, "Soon, friend, you will be set free and allowed to do what you wish to do. But for now, hang tight, stay hidden, and I will return as soon as I can."
All right then.
And
What should we do about those bugs below the sewers?
he's like, "I'm not aware of bugs below the sewer, but what you have described to me,
Marco's got one.
yeah." He looks at it and he says, "That is
Delicious.
yeah." He says, "They can be dealt with using their scent glands, and but I don't have time to make anything up. They, if you kill several of them, it will take them a few days to travel through that area again. So you can block
Oh.
avenues of them off for temporarily, but if there's more than a few, then they'll start spreading out and gathering food. How many did you see?"
Dozen or so.
14, and we killed 5.
And there was a big one.
Math has not been his
So there's
forte.
9 more. This should not be a problem. You
Why don't the rats kill them? It's in their territory.
the rats.
Might be a way around the rat's territory. Then
How
Perhaps-
many
they'd-
rats that
Were the rats
tried to-
aware of them?
dug a hole right up through their floor? Pretty piss poor rats guarding their territories if they don't know something dug a hole right up in their floor.
We told Jittery that we had killed bugs.
I'm not familiar with Jittery, but if you have an agreement with the were-rats, they will honor it for sure.
Can they be trusted?
Absolutely not. The only thing you can trust that if you make an arrangement with them, they will keep their word. They will do everything in their power to try to breach that word. But if it comes down to it, they will abide by it. So they have some kind of sense of lawful evilness.
Code of honor.
Dr. Troy, do you have a key to the front door?
He's like, He pulls a set of keys, sets it on the table that unlocks anything in here.
Marty left the door open
Okay.
earlier.
He says, "I have these gold bars here. They might be a little hard to trade in. You may need help from somewhere, but He sets two 500 gold piece gold bars down on the table. Trade bars that you guys can try to cash in somewhere.
Silent shield.
I don't have a parcel for it. And he also says, and you guys level up.
Ooh.
Level up. Second level.
Most important part of that conversation.
So as you guys are going to start looking at that, I am going to fast forward to the next day. Dr. Troy returns in the morning, 9 a.m. And
He comes back.
no, this is today.
Okay.
That's when I'm updating the calendar, so I'm typing in it. And I'll copy that for you guys. And you guys, I'm gonna let you guys think on a couple of questions if you want to ask Dr. Troy before he leaves. He's only going to be here for 2 hours, and then he leaves. He's pretty upset that he has to leave. It's pretty obvious to you guys, but it looks like he has no choice in what he's doing. He has to do it. And he's not willing to tell you why. He says, for your safety, I don't wish to tell you. Perhaps in the future I can let you know when it's safer for me as well as you. So, everybody taking the same level in and level?
Yep.
Level in and level?
Yeah, and mine's not too hard to. I learned the Song of Rest, and maybe I take it there's probably spell books in the library, and Dr. Troy's in here.
There isn't a spell book, no. It's not like he's got extra spell books just laying around. Are you trying to like learn a new spell as your level would allow? Is that what you're trying to do?
Yeah, I get Jack of all trades and Song of Rest, and an extra spell known, an extra known spell. So.
And what spell are you thinking of?
Oh, I have no idea.
Oh, extra known spell in your spell book,
Yes.
you mean?
Yeah.
You want to add a spell to your spell book?
Yes. Let's see.
I think that might be something that you may have to go do some role playing to find. Just figure out what spell you want to add, and we'll see. We'll do some loving next week. Just if you send it to me, maybe I can do some pre-planning kind of stuff.
Did he ever bring in tutors, or did he teach us all? Me sleight of hand and magic to the bard, and I mean, did he teach everything to everybody, or did he bring in tutors?
He being that he's in contact with you mentally a lot. He helped you help yourself learn, or train with one of your siblings to learn things, right? But no, he never brought any kind of tutorial in. He did bring in books when he can get them, and but mainly pretty much like just basic like textbooks, reading, writing, arithmetics, that kind of stuff. As far as history books, he seemed to not really think the history books are important to you guys. Like, that's the past. And it has nothing to do with what's taking place now. You know, who ruled Waterdeep 50 years ago? Who, you know, who were the leading noble families? None of that matters anymore. So that's why he never did a lot of history kind of books. But if your character was interested in being stealthy or whatever, then maybe you got some Batman comic book kind of stuff or something he would pick up for you once in a while. So those kind of thought processes that he's given you what you've learned to this date as your first level character, you know. And going forward, it's up to you to try to role play out how your character's going to develop and where those tools are going to come from. So, you know, some of those tools may be in the shop, but some of those tools you may need to go find somewhere in Waterdeep. Now, he is going to give you a little scenario of the overlay of the city, which I want to pull the map up again and show it to you before we end. But let me let's pull open the Waterdeep map again. So what I'm going to do for you guys is we're just going to go like that.
So is all the city still accessible? It's just broken up into these wards that they don't like people traveling between wards. And
So the zone that you guys are in is a Troll Skull zone. So you guys can see the different zones, and he kind of describes them to you. He says, the Troll Skull zone is run by the Were-Ravens, and they're not a bad group, as long as you do as they ask, and don't break their rules. They'll leave you be. Matter of fact, if there's some kind of issue, they may even come to your aid in the right time. So don't do anything too hostile to them. Now the Black Dogs, they should be considered your enemies for now. Avoid them if you must. Silence them if you have to. Burn their bodies.
Silver.
He says burn their bodies in the kiln downstairs if you must dispose of them. But don't trust them. The rats can be dealt with. They have a vast network under their tunnels that I have never explored, but I've heard that you can travel from one end of the city to the other if you have their permission. They can be traded with. They can be trusted to make a deal, as long as that deal is carefully reviewed. The food in the city is protected by the bears. The old graveyard. And he points to the southeast.
City of the Dead.
Says the old city of the dead has been turned into a vast garden, a vast fields of the bears protect it. Not even the Black Dogs can go in there unchecked. And then we have the wild. It's all the areas that aren't in zones. Those areas are hunted and scavenged by the jackals. They don't have control. They run in packs, but no major organization. You can trust that they will pick your bones clean if they can. And Then we have the Exiled Zone. This zone originally started off with the true banishing people who would not become Lycan to this area. But since then, it has been taken over and controlled by non-Lycans. He says, near the bottom of the mountain, towards, and he kind of points, this direction. He says there are the spires of mourning. That is where the exiled maintain control of the area. There are rumors to be holy men, religious humans and demi-humans that don't follow the Lycans. They are constantly skirmishing and battling, but lately the Lycans seem to have other interests at hand. That is why I have to leave you. He says the Werebores have a small zone. But they are uncivilized bunch, and even the other Lycans has limited their ability to reproduce, should we say. The Red Dog's army has stifled the undead army and built a wall, defendable wall, completely around the city. For several hundred feet outside the city walls is the kill zone. Anything out there is shot, blown up, burned, or incinerated, or however they can to keep things away from the wall. But dozens and thousands of pieces of black ice have left scattered in the fields out there. Eventually, this ice will be beneficial for you. You can get to it. If you find some inside the city, it will be highly illegal. But gather it up and experiment with it. You are the children of black ice. It may be beneficial for you in small quantities. I will return as soon as I can. If you are here when I return, see you then. He kind of weakly gets up. He's been trying to eat a little bit of food while he was talking to you too. And and I think
If
that's
we are
where
not here, we'll leave a message or something so we can know where to find you.
I will leave information about if I can return, but where I'm at, you will not know. And that's where we're going to stop for the night. So a little bit of combat, a level up, and are you guys still totally lost? Or are you feeling a little less lost?
I'm trying to take notes on everything that he just told us about the zones and stuff. So I got Werebore small zone, but I didn't see where their small zone was. Is that the black and red area? Here?
Yeah.
Okay. And then this is the wilds all out in here, and Werejackals patrol that. This is where the holy people are over here that are exiles.
Uh-huh.
And this is where the Werebears are, City of the
Well,
Dead
down here
Well,
actually, yeah.
yeah, City of the Dead, and they produce food for the rest of the city, and people basically leave them alone because they kill you and probably make food out of you.
So you can see the Black Dog zone is massive, right? The controlled zones.
Yeah, it basically goes all the way around the city,
Yeah.
except for a small
Y-
spot
We're
like
we're
here.
talking probably 6 divisions of troops, just to give you the size of the Black Dog army.
So the city's just busted up into factions, and they don't necessarily get along with each other. So
Right now, things seem to be somewhat controlled, but you guys know that factions break out into fights all the time. I mean, he tells you that anyways, if you didn't know, but...
I do have one question for him.
Mhm.
I know it's a death sentence to have it, but I mean, if we're to get into a fight with a bunch of werejackals or something trying to get through someplace, we got to have some silver. Either that or lots of big bombs.
He says, if silver is what you seek, I can see about having some sent to you. But again, if you're arrested, of course, you have to get caught with it first.
Right.
I cannot save you from what the faction who arrested you has. Silver is illegal in all zones.
Even up here in the exile zone.
The exiled zone does not conform with the rest of the city as far as the laws go. They are rebels. They are the rebellion. They are, unfortunately, probably going to be wiped out eventually. But yes, they would have silver.
Then Marley knows what he wants to do.
Marley is the only one who wants silver. The rest of us are happy with magic. Magic items will work just as well as silver and won't get us castrated.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
That's
the
true.
dagger with warning cast on it or something, it's way better than silver. Same thing. And so that's it. Thanks for banning whoever Shakaka was, Marbania, but
Yeah, he was
we're
a
gonna
chump.
we're gonna do it next week, but Thursday, I think Marbania might be running Deadlands.
I am running Deadlands Thursday, yes.
So Thursday over on Marbania's channel, we're going to be playing some Deadlands, and my stream deck is not working for some reason. I haven't had a chance to figure out why. But Thursday over on Marbania's channel. Friday right here is going to be Jungles of Chult at 8 o'clock Eastern, and then over on Rob's channel at 9 is Lost Mines of Phandelver. We're back on schedule. I'm also going to be co-hosting on Sunday All Things Fantasy Grounds Talk Show, and then back here on Tuesday again for session 4. So all you guys out in chat, I appreciate you guys coming and hanging out and listening and lurking. There's a lot of lurkers out there, but we're also going to check to see if there's anybody raid-worthy that's playing some Dungeons and Dragons. I don't see anybody that qualifies for those things, so we're going to just say goodnight, and I'm going to try to get some sleep caught up, and catch you guys all later. Say goodnight to the stream, everybody. Good night. We'll see you guys. If
Good night,
you're watching
everybody.
this on YouTube,
Night.
make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you're watching this on Twitch, then I already got you. So we'll see you guys later.